JDRF signs up a new celebrity ambassador, the realities of rationing insulin in the States, and a new type 1 test for newborn babies. All of that and more coming up in today's video. Hello, my name's Jamie Lowe and welcome back to my channel. We've got some really shocking stuff actually today about insulin rationing in the States coming up. But before we get into the news, I want to talk TikTok. So I have started my very own TikTok account. I'm making type 1 diabetes related TikToks and they seem to be going down the tree. I'm having great fun over there. So if you want to check me out on TikTok, I am at jamie.lowe TV. I'm looking to, make loads of T1D TikTok friends. So go follow me on there, leave me a comment and I'll follow you back. How about that? But let's get into the news, shall we? First up today is the potential of a test to check whether newborn babies might be at risk of developing type 1 diabetes. A global study involving researchers from 7 international sites involving nearly 8,000 children say they've discovered a new approach that dramatically improves the prediction of which child might be at risk of developing type 1 diabetes. It's all part of the Environmental Determinants of Diabetes in the Young study, or the Teddy study. I mean, isn't that cute because it involves kids? Anyway, teams from the University of Exeter and the Pacific Northwest Research Institute in Seattle developed a combined risk score which took into account the child's genetics, clinical factors such as family history of diabetes, and their count of Islet autoantibodies. Now, if you didn't know, and I didn't before I researched it, Islet autoantibodies are the markers that appear when insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas are damaged, and they can be detected a long time before the beta cells are completely destroyed, making them a really good way of predicting who is going to get type 1 diabetes. 1 in 4 people in America have admitted to rationing their insulin supply since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a nationwide survey. The cost of insulin can vary in the US depending on the type that's required, unlike the UK where prescription costs are largely covered by the NHS. Americans require insurance plan to pay for medical bills. However, not all companies will cover the cost of diabetes treatments completely or even at all. The findings also unveiled that 24% of people with diabetes have used savings to pay for their diabetes care in the past 3 months, and that those with the condition face medical costs nearly 2.5 times higher than those without diabetes. The poll also found that 650,000 people who rely on insulin are skipping injections or taking less insulin than prescribed, and 3 million are skipping blood glucose tests altogether. Rationing insulin and other essential diabetes treatments further increases the likelihood of bad outcomes from COVID-19 in the short term and will almost certainly drive up the cost of diabetes complications in the long term. And I'm really passionate of talking about this issue and bringing it to the fore, because it's something that we don't really have to deal with in the UK. We're quite well looked after by the NHS, but people over in the States, a country which claims to have one of the best healthcare systems in the world, it's not like that at all. It's quite a dire situation for a lot of people suffering with type 1 diabetes. So if you didn't know about the situation, then now you do, and I'd urge you to look into it a little bit more. And finally, Sam Brand of Team Novo Nordisk is joining the type 1 diabetes charity JDRF as an ambassador. Hailing from the Isle of Man, Sam received his type 1 diabetes diagnosis at 10 years old. He gained a reputation as a triathlete, then focused his sporting skills exclusively on cycling. As a JDRF ambassador, Sam is calling on the type 1 diabetes community to rally behind the organisation during these extraordinary times and help it to keep changing lives now and in the future. JDRF supporters are the power behind the type 1 diabetes charity's research, and the charity offers a range of ways to help those vital funds, for instance by participating in its current virtual Cycle for a Cure event. There we go, that is the latest news in the type 1 world. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. There's a brand new podcast out right now. You can watch it here on my YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Well, I already mentioned it, but I'm going to tell you again, I'm on TikTok right now. I'm having great fun over there, so come and check me out. I'm at jamie.lowe TV on TikTok. I'll follow you back if you follow me. Check those out and I'll see you in the next video.